Welcome back to Milk It. I'm your host, Sofiamiia, and happy International Women's Day. I'm recording this on a Sunday, and I just wanted to talk about the women in my life. I am extremely hungover today, thus why I threw the wig on. Um, I was out until 4 a.m. salsa dancing. How crazy is that? I am so sore. If my voice is a little raspy, I had such a full day yesterday. One episode a month, I do kind of just recap what I've been doing in Mexico. So I'll go into what a fun weekend that I had, but just wanted to preface with that. So, International Women's Day. I want to talk about women who shaped my life. I wanted to record something special for International Women's Day and take a moment to just acknowledge the women that have really helped me grow, because the older I get, the more I realize how much the women around me have really influenced how I think, how I handle difficult moments, and how I move through the world. So I am 32. I feel like I'm finally at an age where I can pause and appreciate the women who really mean a lot to me. So I want to start with the women who have raised me. The first women I want to talk about is my mom and my aunt and my sister. They have been with me through every phase of my life, the good phases, the bad phases, the messy phases, and all the phases yet to come. Even though now as adults we don't see each other as much anymore, the time that we spent together when I was younger was really impactful. And those are the moments that shape you, right, as an adult. And I was really lucky enough that my mom and my aunt, we always lived like maybe 5 or 10 minutes away from each other. So I have spent, I would say, just amount of time with my aunt as I did with my mom. So they were always been in my corner. Over the last couple years, I've been going through a lot navigating the separation and my divorce. And to be honest, they really showed up for me when I needed them. When I say show up, it's not like I need them every single day, but they were there to give me advice when I wanted to hear it. They gave me advice when I didn't want to hear it. And more importantly, they just gave me the space to feel, to be angry, to process, to be sad, to be happy, to share the new exciting parts of my life when I have started dating. And they're just always in my corner. They're always cheering me on Instagram, and it really does mean a lot to me. I've also started seeing my mom not just as parents or family members, but women who have been through incredibly difficult things in their life. Both of them have experienced something that no parent should ever experience, which is losing a child. And I didn't think I was going to get emotional about it. And I'm not going to go into details, but I am so amazed by how both of them have held it together, and they both have handled it with grace while also still keeping a really strong family unit and making sure everyone around them feels supported even when they are the ones that really needed support. And that is just a level of resilience that I deeply admire, and I do think that I have inherited. And I just want to shout them both out and that I love them very much. And I hope that they know that that is truly something that is amazing. And it's something that I hope to be like you guys when I get older and when I go through hardships too. So I love you. I also want to talk about my sister because I'm so incredibly proud of her. Over the last year, she has gone through a major life transition after ending a long-term relationship that mirrored a lot of the timeline of my own relationship. And heartbreak is heartbreak. Even if she didn't have to go through a divorce, that does not minimize how hard it is to go, to walk away from somebody that you've been with for almost 8 years. She also has handled this with grace, again, probably because the women who raised us um, taught us really well. And she just kept it moving. She recently just got promoted and her new title is Assistant Clinical Director, which is a huge accomplishment. She has also been living far away from our hometown and from our parents, from what she was familiar with. And she had to navigate that, somewhat like alone. She has other really great family members, cousins on my dad's side around her, and a new life of friends that she's built over in Chicago. And she didn't just survive this, she is now truly surviving, or truly thriving, excuse me. And this week is actually her birthday week. She's turning 30. She's going to be celebrating with one of her best friends in Florida, who is also absolutely amazing. And I'm just so happy that they have found each other and have confided in each other and been friends. And I'm just so proud of you, Jen. I love you very, very much. Next, I want to go into some of my friendships. I feel like I have touched on this in one of the earlier episodes about talking about friends in your 30s. I'm really grateful for my friends, especially my friends back in California. The last few years, again, have been really transformative for me, and the people that have showed up during those seasons, our bonds are stronger than ever. I love you so much. Thank you for checking in on me. I'm really excited because this week and next week I have two really amazing friends that will be visiting, and you guys will get to meet them on the pod coming up. And thank you for just being there while I was trying to figure it out, when I was at my ugliest, when I wasn't always a great friend to you. And a lot of times, you guys are amazing. I also want to shout out my friend Paige, who is my esthetician and energy worker. She has made a really big impact in my life in a really short amount of time. And you guys are going to meet her in the next couple weeks and get to know her a little bit more. And I'm also really grateful for the new women here that I've been meeting in Mexico City. Making friends as an adult is already really vulnerable, and doing it in another country requires even more courage. So I want to thank all of you who have had I have had the privilege of getting to know, and who have just invited me to things, have been very welcoming, have listened to my story. And I just want you guys to know that you are very valued, and my move here would be a lot more difficult if I didn't have girls like you. And I'm still just really early in this process. So I'm excited to see where our relationships go in the upcoming months and years. International Women's Day in Mexico is actually a really big deal. It really kind of makes me kind of sad that we don't celebrate it enough in the States. So I literally woke up to like a parade of everybody wearing purple. I guess I was trying to see if I had a purple outfit to wear today, but I don't. And there are a bunch of marches going throughout the city, thousands of women marching, advocating for women's rights. There's also something called Un Día Sin Nostras, a day without women, where mainly women step away from work and public life to just show how essential women are day to day in the world. And seeing that energy here firsthand today has been really amazing. It's also been awesome to see a lot of men showing up and support. When I was walking Java this morning, all the women have just been glowing today. So I really encourage you, even though today's International Women's Day, to really celebrate women this whole month, this whole year, because truly, without women, like, life would not be possible. I know that sounds like super corny, but it's true. And then before I close, I want to mention a few women who inspire me that are like women I don't necessarily know personally. One of them that I want to shout out is Erica Jane from The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. I finally figured out how to watch Real Housewives here in Mexico, so I just caught up on the new season of Beverly Hills. And to be honest, just watching her navigate divorce, seeing her be so vulnerable, telling her story, like, yeah, I was going through a divorce, I was having financial problems, like her situation was so crazy. And she just admitted, like, yeah, I was on antidepressants and I was drinking and acting like an asshole. couple seasons ago, I was like, oh my God, this girl is like a hot mess. But honestly, I would like to think her and I have some similarities when it comes to growing, and just seeing her on this season, even though, again, I don't know her personally, it's just is really awesome to see her be so soft now instead of so like hard. She's still a bad bitch. That's why I really admire her. But yeah, I love her. Also, Alex Cooper, I mean, this one might like seem kind of corny because obviously I'm doing podcasting and she podcasts, but her work ethic and her business mindset are incredibly inspiring to me. I consider myself also a very hard worker, and she's just a great example of what can happen when a woman bets on herself. And I love just hearing her talk about business because she is so smart in that realm. And honestly, it just gives me energy to want to keep making content, trying my best, and also like helping other women. So that's really awesome. And of course, Michelle Obama is somebody I admire deeply. Not only is she really intelligent, but she has class. And just seeing her evolve, and what I really liked hearing on the Call Her Daddy podcast with Michelle is she kind of talks about how she's exploring style, and I've seen her posting like being creative with new fashion and like trying to recreate outfits that she wore when she was younger. Just being able to embrace getting older is really inspiring. And of course, like I am nervous to get older, but I'm also really, really excited to be in my 30s because the 30s just feel like more aligned, like I'm becoming the woman I want to become. So I'm also really excited for my sister to turn 30 and to join the 30s club. So yeah, I know this week was a quick episode, and that's what I wanted to say about International Women's Day. Please celebrate the women in your life. And if you are a woman, you are so, so powerful, and you can make a change at any time. And I'd love to hear from you guys, comments, anything about the pod, anything happening in your life. So have a great rest of your week.